Happy Friday, you guys. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Look, some of y'all are already on here. Welcome. Happy Friday. Hold on. Can you hear me? Happy Friday. I don't think my volume was all the way up. Now it is. Happy Friday. Look, I got my little bell. It's Friday, you guys. Y'all, guess what? I always ring the bell like when somebody picks up the phone, like when I'm cold calling and it's a good call, then I ring the bell. Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. It's 10:28. You know, I hop on here to make sure a little early to make sure everybody can hear me, see me clearly. I am not on the couch today. Your girl got up and got to the table because I got something to show y'all. I'm so excited to show you. Welcome from Austin. Tell me where y'all are from. You know, I love to know where you're from. I love to see where you're from. Tell me if you're an investor, if you're a new investor, seasoned investor, what the goal, tell me what the goals are for 2025. Are y'all starting to buy properties? Do you want to rent properties? Do you want to wholesale? Are we growing our portfolio? What is on the agenda for 2025? I'm sure we'll talk about this again through the month of December. But if y'all want to share or expand, let everybody know where you're from. You know what I mean? If you're in Detroit and you want to buy a multifamily building for $50,000, you know what I mean? Put it in the atmosphere. If I want to buy my beach house in Florida for $29.17, you know, we just gonna put it out there. And y'all are so funny. When y'all watch my lives or videos, I always see the comments. Like as people watch the replay, they'll put in the comments, they're like, Ashley, where you get a house from for $29.17? I'm like, y'all, it's just wishful thinking. Hoping and praying it'll be a good foreclosure and it'll be $17.23 right on the beach. You know, it's just, you know, you never know what might happen. Purchase a single family home, and that's what I'm talking about. Is it going to be like a rental? Is it going to be a fix and flip? Is it going to be your personal residence? What are you thinking? What's the plan? Y'all, it's 10:30. I am going to, everybody's getting the alert that I'm live. Good morning from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Wisconsin. You know, I always have to put a voice with everything that I do. Wisconsin. South California. Austin, how's it going? Detroit, Long Island, New York. Get your investment property. That's what I'm talking about. Newer investor wholesaler in Clarksville, right down the road from me. Sacramento, California. That's what I'm talking about. What are y'all? Y'all just woke up, didn't y'all? Y'all still doing, well, it's 10:30 here. So it's probably like still dark outside in California. And y'all doing sunrise Pilates on the beach. Single family home goals. I sold 2 properties in Detroit area this past October, looking to purchase another in auction. Everybody's got to go to the auction in 2025. That should be a goal for everybody. It's free. You don't even have to bid. Just go get in the atmosphere. I always tell people if you're looking for buyers, the auction is a great place to find buyers. I will be completely honest with you. When I get properties, like if people call me, and like I said, if I get properties and I don't want them, right? And then I have a list of how I ration out my properties, right? But I go to the guys at the auction. All my guys that I know buy at the auction, I'm like, you want interested in this property? And they'll be like, yeah, I was going to bid on it at the auction. I'm like, the homeowner called me already. Beat you to it. So, you know, auctions have great buyers. I would say that. Personal residence. Yes, do it. Do it. Thank you you're welcome, you guys. Residential house, but prices and interest rates still high. I think they're going to start coming down a little bit in 2025. Everybody knows that we will never see 2% again, right? Everybody, so don't even have your heart on 2% interest rates. We ain't going to ever see that again. That was brought on by COVID. That was brought on to get the economy moving again, but we ain't gonna don't wait on 2%. You know what I mean? I think if we can get to like maybe 5-ish, You know what I mean? So y'all know next year my goal is for sure we just gonna buy up the block. You know what I mean? That's what it is for 2025. Um, we just gonna run it up in 2025 or for the next 2 to 4 years. You know what I mean? Look, I was just trying to think of like a time, 3 to 5, 2 to 4 years. I feel like when the foreclosures come, it's gonna last for a while, right? I can't even think, y'all. I was trying to get my dates together in my head. 2006, 2008, 9, 10. You know what I mean? Like when the market crashed in 2008, we didn't see like the peak of foreclosures till, a year or so after that. So just know foreclosures, when they come, like when they start in 2025, it'll just be the beginning, right? It's not going to be the floodgates open in 2025. It'll be just the beginning, and then it will last for a couple of years, a few years. Okay. So don't feel bad if you ain't ready in 2025, but get ready. That's what I've been trying to help y'all do. Get ready. So just for the next, I'm saying like next 2 to 4 years, we just gonna run it up. That's what we're gonna do. Help the people we can help, put all of our families and ourselves in a better position, and just, you know, do what we can do. That's what we're gonna do, you guys. Wayne, Oakland, online auction team would love. Okay, look, I'm trying to read your everybody's comments. I'll just get an REO for $17.20. That's what I'm saying. If I give you a $20 bill, I want some change back from my beach house in Florida. If I give you a $20 bill, give me my $2 back. You know what I mean? That's me too. It should make a move 20. I'm seeing from research. Yeah. I think we'll start seeing spring of next year, spring of 2025. And then all I'm saying is once they hit the switch, you can't turn that switch back off. Right. And I think they've given homeowners, and again, let me preface this by saying I haven't even done an introduction. I just started talking. They have not foreclosed on people like for real, since COVID, since before COVID. Most banks, most mortgage lenders, government agencies have stopped foreclosures for the last 4 years, right? So you got to think about all those people in the pipeline, all those people that were in foreclosure when COVID hit and it stopped their foreclosures, all the people who have not paid because people were under a forbearance, moratorium, going through modifications, going through refinances, filing bankruptcy, all those people. You guys, we foreclose on like 1 million people a year. It's the circle of life, okay? Like in real estate. If you are new here, everybody knows that I don't ever try to be insensitive when I talk about this topic, okay? So when I say that, I don't want to try to be like, Ashley's like, foreclosure, you guys, that's a whole, you know what I mean? I'm saying it's a circle of life. Like people buy houses, people sell houses, and people lose their house. That happens even though, we don't really hear about it unless it's a huge wave like 2008. But every year people get foreclosed on, y'all. When people are like, I asked somebody and they said there's no foreclosures. I hear that all the time, right? Because y'all email me, y'all text me, y'all be like, I asked my agent about foreclosures and they said there's no foreclosures. And I get it because it's not like how 2008 was. But let the record show, you guys, your girl, your auction mama, I work year round. I'm at the courthouse year round. I'm at somebody's courthouse every week for the last 7 years, 8 years. I'm at somebody's courthouse. So there are foreclosures. Now, is it like 2008? No. But people get foreclosed on every single year. Okay? Just understand that. And you're getting straight from the horse's mouth, right? Because I'm your auction mama. I don't have my schedule to show you, but I show you auction sites, right? So foreclosures happen, right? And so my point is, people who were in foreclosure when COVID hit, COVID stopped, that moratorium stopped those people that were already in the pipeline. Every year, you guys, we have like 1 million people foreclose. Every year. Hear me. Every year, we have about 1 million people go into foreclosure across the country. We have not foreclosed on people going on 4 years. Think about that. Even in a normal, no COVID, regular real estate environment, we foreclose on people every year. We have not in 4 years. So think about all the normal people that would go through foreclosure, the people who were in foreclosure and COVID stopped them, the people who, you hate to say, the people who were promised to date the rate and marry the mortgage, who's struggling right now to pay a mortgage, right? Those people, I feel like there's going to be so many waves of people who are in foreclosure. We got the commercial market, you guys. It's just it's so many people. So that's why I'm always like, when I see the numbers, I'm like, it's so many people just not accounted for, right? People who are behind years, but they're not in foreclosure, right? That notice has not been filed. So anyway, I digress. I didn't even do a whole introduction, you guys. First time, oh yeah, trying to make sure I have money ready. That's right. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. First time home buyer. My husband and I have a loan approval. I want you to learn how to maximize this home loan we got. Prices just keep and negotiate. Okay. I want a beach house for 20. Don't we all? I was recently allowed me to put a payment plan for Detroit City property. Baby, you know these tax sales about to start. Tax sales, we have tax sales here every quarter. So we have 4 big tax sales here in Shelby County. Y'all better look and figure out, because I'm going to figure it out. And once I figure it out, I'll teach y'all, right? But I got to figure it out first, okay? So anyway, you guys, I've been talking 10 minutes. If you're new here and you're just getting started, I know you walked in on me talking. I'm sorry, because I was whispering like a crazy person. So I'm Ashley Pickens. I'm here in Memphis, Tennessee. I've been in real estate since 2021. This is a client calling me right now from my letter. I'll call her as soon as I get off this live. I've been in real estate since 2021, 2006, when I was 21 years old. Let me get my train of thought back together. Hello, Ramon. So yes, I got in real estate. I got licensed in 2006 when I was 21. I've been a real estate agent. I've also been a real estate broker over an entire firm of agents. And what I was saying is, y'all, I sent a letter out, so y'all didn't see the number, and they're calling me right now. This is a client that I'm trying to help that's in foreclosure. So, but for the last, let's say 8 years, I've been an auctioneer. I auction off properties at the courthouse. I'm the person that says going once, going twice, sold here in Shelby County, all the way to like Nashville and parts of Mississippi is what I do. I auction off foreclosures at the bank. And so once I started doing that, and I started seeing the same people every single time I was at the auction, people started asking me questions about the auction, how it works, all that. So I just started sharing information with y'all and teaching y'all everything that I know and learn and see about the auctions and the distressed real estate market and all of that. So that is why we're here. I try to come on here and teach and share everything that I can with you all. So welcome. Shout out to everybody who's been with me all week. This is my 3rd time coming on here. I'm doing good. So thank you. Just, share the lives, you guys. But guess what I got in the mail? Guess what? Y'all know. Okay. So first of all, let me tell you, I'm one of those people that if I can think it, I can create it. Okay. It is what it is. So y'all know I already do letters, right? I mail to people in foreclosure, pre-foreclosures. If you are new here, I know some of you are like, Ashley, why do you always break it down like that? Because there are people who are new here. and don't know. Okay. So if you already know, you just already know. So I reach out to people who are in foreclosure, people who have an auction scheduled, people who are about to lose their home. I reach out to them. I send them letters. I will call them. I do all kinds of outreach to help them, right? And our method over here in this channel, our community, is we lead with love, right? Lead with love, right? Every letter I send out, it lead with love. How can I help you? How can I assist you? Right? It's not, I want to buy your house, quick close, no repairs, blah, blah, blah. It's not that. That's not my method. If that's your method, roll with it. That's just not mine, right? I lead with love. What's going on, Mike? So like I said, I send letters, I do all the things. I cold call, but guess what? I made something. This is something some of y'all have asked me about, right? And I made them. Okay, so I'm about to show you what I made. I'm so proud. I'll be so proud of myself. Are y'all ready? Of course, I made them on Canva. Hello, friendly neighborhood bankers. There we go. Look, I know you are busy. Holland's Bankruptcy Law Office. Yeah, I am at 27,000 subscribers. Look, I need a list of bankruptcy attorneys, right? Because they call me. Okay, so look what I made, you guys. Okay, you ready? Any guesses on what this is? Y'all know I already have brochures. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. Let me get the brochures. Okay, I'm back. I know that was real unprofessional, but we on live, so y'all gonna be all right. So, okay, you said business cards. So you know I already make my business cards. Everybody knows that I make my own business cards from Vistaprint. Y'all know that I already make my own brochures. So I will, when I teach at United Housing, I leave these with the employees. If there's a house that is up for auction, say today is Friday, it is Friday, and say a house was going up for auction Tuesday, I'll hand deliver brochures, right? Everybody doesn't get this because they're too expensive. So I made this. It's a little brochure. I leave them at my title company. The title company has some at the front of their office, but it's a little 3 brochure. I think this is in if you have my blueprint course, my brochure is in there and you can customize it, craft it. The template's in it so you can change it and put your picture and everything on it. So I already have these. Let me show you. Are y'all ready? Hold on. I'm going to even change it so you can see it in action too. Okay, you ready, you guys? What is this, you guys? Don't you love that? It's you guys, look what it is. Oh, you can't see. It's a door hanger. Yeah. Can y'all see? Yeah. So, look what it says, you guys. We on this thing like we like best friends. Like I'm on FaceTime with y'all. Look what it says. I designed this. Like I got the little picture. Every storm runs out of rain. Don't you love that? Like that? You're like, Ashley, you're so crazy. But I love that, right? Like, I think if I was facing a difficult situation, and because I didn't want it to be like, you know how when people are like in foreclosure in a situation, they have like the letters on the house or on the window that's like, this house is in foreclosure, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what did I say our motto is here? We lead with love. I lead with love, right? So at least if it's on their door, it's not like foreclosure, you know, if somebody else, because it's a sensitive subject, right? Being in foreclosure. So on the front, it'll say, so it'll be on their door, right? Every storm runs out of rain. So sweet, you know, because sometimes these people just need a little bit of hope. You know what I mean? And it says, let me help you find a brighter path with my phone number, website, and then on the back, It says here to help you explore, and it's got like options. Work with your lender, short sale, local assistance, sell your home. And then it has like my information, and it has important reminder. If your home goes to auction, don't forget to claim your excess funds. Yeah, I put that on here. And I'm always like, even if they don't call me, even with my letters, when I send my letters out, I try to give some information. So even if they don't call me, right? They'll at least take something from my letter. They'll be like, well, if their house goes up for auction, that letter did say, get my excess funds. Or her letter did say, here's some assistance programs that's available, right? Like, so I'm like, even if you don't call me, right? Hopefully you get some information from my card or letter. You know what I mean, you guys? Can you post the link? Yeah, all my links are down below, you guys. The code is still Friday. It's still I have not taken the coupon code off. So use coupon code Friday. Everything is in my description in the box down below. The letter. So let me tell you real quick. Let me tell you, Letitia. Letitia, hold on. I'm going to make a bundle. I'm working on it right now. It'll have the foreclosure letters. If you want to send letters, foreclosure letters, probate letters, and door hangers. I might put this in it too. It'll be like the ultimate reach out bundle or something. I don't know what to call it. The ultimate distress bundle. I don't know. Outreach bundle. The ultimate outreach bundle. And I'll put this in it, this in it. And so when I put this in it, guys, it'll be a link, right? And it's going to open in Canva. And you can keep everything that I have in here. Watch out for red flags. Haven't missed a house payment. The only thing you need to be aware of is wherever you live. This is Memphis numbers. Okay, so bankruptcy, Holland's bankruptcy. I need to put your number on here too. You know what I mean? But make sure you change the numbers. Okay, make sure you change the picture on the back because it has me, how to get in touch. So when you craft it, you can keep everything else the same, but just change the about you, the picture, and the numbers, the resource numbers. And you can take off, add, you know what I mean? So I'll put this as a template too. And you go on there and craft it, change the numbers, change whatever you want, right? And then you're going to have to print it off of Canva, okay? I'll put a video. If you've ever bought anything from me, you know I'll make you a video, right? I'll do a tutorial, walk you through how to change it, okay? And it'll come, I think I got all of these for like, I ordered 25 because I wanted to see how they looked, right? I think I paid like, I think it's a coupon on Canva right now. I might have paid like $30. And if there's one thing you need to know about me, I will invest in my business, okay? I'm going to always invest in my business. I will pay for door hangers. I will pay for brochures, right? Because baby, look, I like to go out to eat, right? And I like to go out to eat, and it's not inexpensive when I go out to eat. So I'm like, I could buy these. Like, I don't blink or flinch when the check come out, right? When the check come out, I'm going to pay it, right? Regardless. And don't even think twice about it. So when it comes to my business and ordering business cards and ink and paper, and I'm going to pay for it, right? I'm going to pay for it. So, but I do try to find like the best deal. So I did get, I think like 30. Do I have 30 of these? 25? I don't know. But new door hangers, you guys. And I created them. I hope you like them. You can put your own, whatever you think. You could put a Bible verse right there. I don't know, whatever you want to put, a quote. You can leave it. Put whatever you want. Call me, you know. But at least it gives you like a little baseline to start, right? So I'll include all that. Brochure, door hanger, and then both letter bundles, okay? So give me a second. I'll try to have that up by like tomorrow. So, okay, just wanted to share that with you because I was really excited about when they came. So there we go. We got that. Everybody saw that. Welcome, 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 everybody. So let's jump in. Today is Friday. Let's see. Y'all know I was looking at the auctions and like some big apartment building went up for auction, I think yesterday. I was going to try to show it to you guys. Hold on. You know, I'm always, guess what? Hold on. I'm like a little kid in a candy store. HUD's numbers just came out, you guys. HUD's numbers of how many people are behind on their mortgage and behind on their rent. The numbers just came out. I told y'all they would be out soon. Boom. Blink if you can see my screen. Blink if you can see my screen. Thanks. Shout out to everybody who liked I don't have a street team. I'm the street team. Me is the street team. Okay, thanks you guys for blinking and breathing. I know some of y'all are at work, so turn me down, put me in your headphones, or you can just watch the replay. And if you can't do anything else, you can just wave your hand, like they say. If you can't say a word, you just wave your hand. So let's talk about the new numbers and get this. So here's November. Let's go back and look at October. You know what? Let's do one better than that. This is HUD's site for everybody who's new here. This is HUD's site. They report on housing insecurities across the country, how many people are behind, how many people, renters, homeowners behind on their. You can come on here. I'm going to drop this in the chat for you because sometimes you might want to look. Shout out to your boss. Tell him I said hello. Help him or her. I'm not going to act like it's just a him or her. I dropped the link in the chat, you guys. So you can come and look at this yourself, but you can go all the way back, even in the archives. Sometimes I go back to like 2008, 2006. So let's go to 2023 and we'll look at October numbers. Everybody's my screen changing. Yep, good. October. This is last year. I know y'all like, Ashley, we know. October 2023. I like to look back at last year so we can compare it to this year to see how much changed, if we have changed at all. So, last year, housing insecurities. Boom. Make sure y'all can see it loud and clear. I'm going to read it quickly. I'm not going to call on anybody to read it like we're in class. Housing insecurity appears to have begun to stabilize. It shows that approximately 12% or 5.51 million renter households were behind on their rental payments. October of last year, or it looks like September, October. 5.51 million renter households were behind on rental payments. 2 million people feared eviction? Even though if 5 million people behind, you would think 5 million people feared eviction. But that's just me. Then, moving right along, approximately 5.4% or 4.49 million homeowner households were behind on their mortgage payment in October of last year. 4.49 million homeowners were behind on their mortgage payments. 810,000 homeowners feared foreclosure was imminent. Okay, so 4.49 million homeowners, 5.51 million renters, October of last year. Let's come on to 2024 class. And let's see where we are. So this is October of a couple months ago. Shows that approximately 12.8% or 5.9 million renter households were behind on their rental payments in September, up from 12.1% or 5.6 million a year ago. So almost 6 million renters are behind on their rental payments. This time last year, 5.6 million. And you know me, you got to multiply by 2. You got to multiply by 2, at least 2. An estimated 4.4% or 2.0 million renter households feared eviction was imminent in the next 2 months, virtually the same as 1 year ago. So is it 6 million different people who are behind, or is it the same? I think when it comes to renters, like Because with rent, you can't get behind like you can get behind on your mortgage. Rent, they're going to put you out, right? I feel like that's a quicker process. They can evict you when you're paying rent. Unlike mortgage, forbearance, modification, boom, it's a process to even, and then they had the moratorium. Did they put a moratorium on renters too? Like, people didn't have to pay their rent either? Right. Wasn't that a thing? Look at me. Wasn't that a thing? And then like landlords and investors were, trying to figure out how they were going to get paid. Right, y'all? I'm so focused on like the mortgage side that sometimes the rental side, I get a little, confused on. Right. I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm here and I haven't even really jumped in yet. Pisces Hayes, don't worry about it. Your girl can talk. So, an estimated for 2 million renters. Okay, so currently approximately 5.9% or 4.87 million homeowner households reported being behind on their mortgage payments in September, up from 5.2% and 4.29 million year over year. 870,000 homeowners feared what? Hold on. 1.03 million homeowners feared eviction was imminent. So like I've been telling y'all, most people who are behind right now were behind last year or behind the year before that. You guys, a lot of people have not paid their mortgage in 4 years. They have just not paid it. If I go back to October 2022, October 2022. Make sure the Wi-Fi is good and strong over here as fast as I'm clicking. October 2022. Let me make it a little bigger. October 20, it shows that approximately 12.8 or 5.8 million renters. This month it was 5.9. Last year, what was it? 5.6. The year before that, it was 5.8. What I keep saying is if you are behind now, you've been behind. These numbers have not changed in the last 3 or 4 years, is what I keep saying. And people are like, no, the foreclosure numbers, no. Y'all, it is millions of people who have not paid their mortgage in 4 years. So this is 2022. Let's read it. 5.8 million renter households were behind on rental payments, an improvement over 15.5% or 6.94 million renter households 1 year ago, because that was right there after COVID, right? Because this is 2022. On average, rental households were 2.2 months behind on their payments, and 11% were 6 or more months behind. An estimated 4.9% or 2.26 million renter households feared eviction was imminent in the next 2 months. Keep in mind, this report is 2022, okay? HUD estimates that 5.15% or 4.25 million homeowner households were behind on their mortgage payments in October. This is 2022. This is now 5.9% or 4.87 million homeowner households behind on their mortgage payments. If you were behind now, most people were behind in 21, 22 since COVID. So just in case y'all needed a little point of reference there, I just showed it. And these are all numbers. And like I said, you need to multiply by 2 on those numbers. And when I talk to people, everybody that I talk to, I drop that in the chat so y'all can read it. When I talk to people and I'm like, how much is your past due amount? And they tell me in order to redeem their property, they got to pay $139,000 to redeem their property. Y'all, that's for, if you $139,000 behind on your mortgage, you haven't paid since COVID, right? So, and there are some people that if they timed it just right, COVID hit 2020, right? 2021. If they hit it just right, they could have bought a house, right? And then COVID hit and they went straight up under that moratorium and never had to pay a mortgage. If you think about that, I have seen people who are in foreclosure and bought in 2021 and 2022 or 21. And I'm like, you didn't even have to make a mortgage payment because the moratorium came so quick as soon as you bought the house. So just for reference, there are people who are like that. You know what I mean? So how much longer can these banks hold on is the question. And I think and I don't want y'all to take anything from what I'm saying on this part. I think with this new administration coming in, these banks not gonna hold on anymore. Like, I think everything that was in place to protect people and, keep everything at bay, maybe they finna open up the doors. They about to open up the floodgates. Let me say that. So, and I kind of tell people that too. I'm like, look, you need to make a move if you're gonna make a move, is all I'm gonna say. Right? You have about 4 good years to just hold on, and you didn't have to pay, but maybe the bill about to come due. Right? Those days are up. The water has run dry. What Boys to Men say? The water ran dry. So I want to share. Oh, I was supposed to show you the newest numbers, right? Because what I showed you was not even the newest. The new numbers just came out for HUD. It came out today. Now, HUD thinks they're slick because hold on, where is it? 2024. HUD thinks they're slick, and they didn't put it in a paragraph form. They put it in a little chart form for me because it's usually right here, and they don't have it. So you know me, I'm always like, it must be real high if they didn't want to put it in a paragraph form, right? But little do they know, au contraire, mon frere, your girl has a trusty thing called Chat GPT, where I'm going to put the information right in and it's going to tell me the number form. So they have it this month like this, right? Can y'all see my screen? Yeah, y'all can see my screen. They already said protection is over. Either pay what you owe or we're going to take your. Yeah, it's over. It's a wrap. I told y'all when I talked to my people at United Housing, partner with them, I was like, are y'all getting money? Because, at the end of the beginning of the year, these states and counties get money to help, like assistance money. And she was like, from what we hear, we're not getting any more money. All COVID money is gone. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to tell my people? When they say they want to keep their house, she was like, I don't know what they're going to do. She's like, because I don't think we're going to get any more mortgage assistance anymore. And I was like, ooh, okay. It's going to be rough. Y'all better buckle up and strap in, save your money. No flat screen TVs for Christmas. Hashtag no flat screens for Christmas. Okay? Save your coins. Govern yourselves accordingly. So, like I was saying, class, they put it in a chart like this, right? The delinquency, mortgage delinquency rates, prime, subprime, FHA, serious delinquency, prime, subprime, FHA. And then it shows kind of stuff. So you see, look, y'all see the numbers are like exactly, just a couple numbers off basically. But don't worry, I asked ChatGPT to break down what the numbers mean. And again, it is literally the same. They haven't changed at all. I mean, this is 17.0, 17.1, 11.8, 11.7. This was last month to this month. So again, basically we are at, hold on, that's 2022. Let me put our numbers where we are. It's 24. Yeah, we were still sitting right at 4.87 million. I put it in a Google Doc for us. But let me so I don't even have to go through all that. The numbers are still the same. We're still sitting at 4.8 million homeowner households behind on their mortgage, right? So, and it's been like this for the last 4 years. So everybody has their own idea of how many foreclosures are coming. I talked about this earlier this week. There's people in that 1 to 3 million foreclosures. What is it, like 4 to 6? And then you got like your 8 to 10 million. Y'all know what camp I'm in. So, just because I can see, just because I know the foreclosure attorneys are gearing up, right? I know the trustees here. Um, you know, everybody's gearing up is what I would say for sure for foreclosures because, we just haven't had any in so long. But if y'all got questions, drop them in the chat. I'm always open for a good question. Let's see, class, what is going on? This is not what I wanted to go to. I want to go here. See what went up for auction. We'll do like a little quick recap of the week. We talked pre-foreclosures, auctions, and REOs this week, right? If you have questions about any of them, we kind of touched on short sales a little bit this week. I wanted to, y'all, I can talk. I know y'all knew that, but sometimes I surprise myself when, I can just go from one sentence, one subject to the next subject and don't even take a breath, right? But because I just went from like a HUD's report to auctions to my own opinion to y'all just keep up. Just keep up. And if I go too fast, watch the replay. But your girl can talk. I surprise myself sometimes. So it's never a period. It's always a comma. It's a comma and I'm going to keep going. So this is one of those accelerated courses. You don't need a whole semester for any of my courses. You're going to get it in an hour. That's how I liked it anyway. That's why I used to go to summer school when I was in college, because I could just learn everything in like 4 weeks. And I didn't have to be in, school like 3 months learning one thing. Just tell me what I need to know. So thank you. I am self-aware. It's true, y'all. It's just, that's why I take all my continuing education online. I can take it at my own pace because my pace is a little quicker than everybody else's. I can't sit in a 6-hour course to get some continuing education. Just let me do it online and I can be on my way. That's just how I learn and absorb things. So I'm on MK Consultants. Everybody's familiar with this site. I will drop it in the chat. Let's see what went up for auction this week and what is about to go up for auction today. Here is the link if y'all want to follow along or bookmark this, like we had church. Turn to chapter. Say amen when you got it. So here are this week's auctions, right? I've already shared this site with you. A lot of you who are interested in surplus funds, excess funds, a lot of people come to this site. This is like the only site that I know of personally that shows what properties sold for at auction. Okay. And it doesn't show all cities, all states, but like this row is the opening bid. Well, this is the address. This is the county. This is the state. This is the time. This is the opening bid. PP means postponed until another date. Auctions get postponed because people can try to get a modification. People try to refinance. People file bankruptcy and it might postpone their auction. Postponed does not mean canceled. It just means it's been pushed, to another date, to a later date. CXL does mean canceled. This is the opening bid right here. If this number and this number is the same, it means it did not sell at auction. It reverted back to the bank. In class, what do we call properties that revert back to the bank and do not sell at auction? What do we call those properties? I know y'all know. There you go. Thank you, Crystal. REO properties. Yes. If this number and this number is the same, it did not sell. It reverted back to the bank and became an REO. So that didn't sell. 400,000. So this is last week's. Let's talk about what's going on this week. This was the first Tuesday of the month. So big auction week in Georgia and Texas. So there are a lot of Georgia auctions on here. Did anything sell? That did not. This did. $343,980 was the opening bid. It sold for $348,400. 570,000. That didn't sell. Didn't sell. None of those sold. That one did not sell. Let's see if we can find some. Nothing sold. These opening bids probably too high. If they just bought it in the last class, that reminds me. The opening bid is the loan balance. Thank you, Crystal, Mary, Pisces, and L. Beasley. REO, yes. The opening bid is the loan balance. Okay, a little auction 101 for you right quick. So, class, the longer you have owned the house, the lower that opening bid will be, usually. Now, think about people who have just bought in 2021, 2022, post-COVID. They owe that whole loan at this point, right? If you just bought in the last 3 or 4 years, you owe that whole loan. So if you're in foreclosure, the opening bid is going to be too high, right? And a lot of people who bought in 21, 22 bought when they were bidding the market up, right? So a lot of these opening bids are even more than the house is even worth right now. So you don't come to the auction to pay full price. That's just not what you do, right? You could just buy on market. You come to the auction to get a deal, right? So if the opening bid is too high, it's not going to sell. It's going to become an REO, Crystal, Mary, Pisces, and L. Beasley. It will become an REO property. That's why I also think we will see an increase in REO properties, because the majority of these houses going up for auction right now, they just bought them in the last 4 years. Everybody who calls me, the majority, I would say 80% of the people who call me just bought their house in the last 4 years. The guy I did a short sale on, he just bought in 21 and was in foreclosure. And they had the short sale. I told y'all that. He owed the bank $560 and the bank agreed to $357 on a short sale. Short sales might be the way to go, you guys. Short sales might be the way to go. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So a lot of times these properties are not selling. We can even look at one. I don't care. You know, I like to look at the really high dollar ones, right? Because I'm trying to see what they look like and why they didn't sell. 1.54, 4065. I think we looked at this one, didn't we, you guys? Earlier this week. Let's see. Allow. Okay, remember my decision. That's right. This was the builder, right? And all it is some land. They got the renderings here, but I think it's actually just this that went up for auction. Opening bid was 1.54 and it did not sell. Nobody is surprised that it did not sell. It's a lot of investors, you guys. It's always a ton of investors on my foreclosure list. Always. It's just the market just turns so quick and bought up properties and you can't get off of them. And then, but they still want their money, you know? So that was one, did not sell. It looks like a bunch of them didn't sell. Did anything sell this week? Okay, here's one. Opening bid was, where's Fulton County? Yeah, I know that's a popular, what is that, Atlanta? I don't know, Georgia like that. Fulton County. 7050 John Rivers. Can I get a better picture of John Rivers? Give me a good picture. Opening bid was 90,000, sold for 150,000 at auction Tuesday. I wish we had a better picture. You know what I mean? 450. I was trying to find another. Let's keep going. So this is Tuesday. Everybody's still with me. Just wave your hand if you're at work, and I'll pretend that I can see it. Here's one in San Francisco. Opening bid is 8.4. Who wants to bet that it is a commercial office property? It's commercial. I got a good feeling that it's commercial for 8.4 in San Francisco, even though I know they got some expensive real estate in San Francisco. I got a good feeling that it's commercial because it's always been commercial. Let's see, class. Oh, hold on. I didn't get it. 1045 Bryan Street. Let's see. Is it commercial or this is the new game? Is it commercial or is it residential? Come on down. Was your girl right? I was correct. LoopNet, it was commercial. There it is. Flex property for lease. Patio move-in ready, new renovated. Starting rents on terms. A high-end brick and timber building features ADA restaurants. Building type office, 4 stories. I knew it. Fulton County, Atlanta. Okay, y'all got to help me on my, I know counties, but I don't know like what cities, y'all just know what I'm saying. I just don't know Georgia like that. Georgia. So there it is. Went up for auction. 8.4. It did not sell. $8.4 million. San Francisco. Looks pretty nice, I guess, 8.4. I knew it was commercial. Let's see. So today is December 6th. This is December 4th auctions. 1.73 in Ravalli. What is that, Montana? 29.86. I know y'all like, Ashley, are we really going to look at these? Yes, we really are. Sunset Ranch, Stevenson. Oh, that one looks nice. Where's the front of it? Why they don't put the front of the houses? You know what I mean? Okay. Well, there it is. 1.47 million. Montana went up for auction. They got a lot of land too, huh? Oh, there it is. That's the parcel. 1.73 million. It did not sell. It reverted back. Might be a good REO. You ain't got no neighbors. You don't have to worry about the neighbors, do you? I don't know what the Wi-Fi is Wi-Fiing out there, though. But, I guess when you live out there, you don't care about the Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? Or you get what? What's the new thing? Starlink. Starlink is everywhere, huh? So there's one. Did not sell, reverted back to the bank. That would suck if, you built that house and then it went up for auction. Let's see. Okay. Today is Friday. Let's go on down to Friday. A lot of vacant land in California. A lot of vacant land. Shelby, they all got postponed. Oh, here's one. 20 million. I think this is that apartment in Sacramento, California. The apartment complex. Opening bid is 20 million. 20 million. Rancho Cordova, California. 112. That's what it is. It is that whole apartment complex went up for auction for 20 million. Apartments, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. Who won an apartment building for $20 million? Up for auction. I wonder if the tenants know. You know what I mean? Like, you saw our apartment was on the auction.com. It's not funny. I wasn't laughing for real. But you know what I mean? Like, did you see that our apartment complex was up for auction? Because somebody know. But that's what it is. 20 million apartment building, Sacramento, California, went up for auction. It's a lot of commercial buildings going up for auction. I dropped this link in the chat. I'll do it one more time just in case. Thank you, Daryl. In case you want to bookmark the site, I just dropped the site, the chat. You can go click on it. Real Housewives. Yeah, I think her house stay up for auction, honestly. Kim's house, I don't follow it too much because I'm not in Georgia, but I feel from what I've heard, it's like up for auction, then it goes, postponed, then it's back up for auction again, from what I understand. So you guys, a recap from this week. Really quickly, if you're new here, let's talk foreclosure. 3 phases of foreclosure, right, you guys? 3 phases. Typically, a homeowner, and don't worry, I'll interject where y'all jump in at. Typically, a homeowner gets behind on their mortgage about 3 months, typically. But from what we've seen from HUD's articles, you guys, people are behind 3 years. Okay, but typically 3 months, and then the bank or the lender will file the notice of default. That's the first phase of foreclosure. The lender files the notice of default. Second phase of foreclosure, the auction is scheduled. Auction is scheduled, okay? Notice of default is filed, then the auction is scheduled. Then the bank repossesses the property, okay? Auction scheduled. If it does not sell at auction, then the bank repossesses the property and it becomes an REO. So we got pre-foreclosure, auctions, and REOs, okay? I think everybody, that's why we're here, right? Because y'all are like, teach me about pre-foreclosures, because y'all are trying to figure out where, when, how, who, which phase you want to jump in on, right? How can y'all run up the coins, right? I know that's what y'all want to know. So pre-foreclosures, Ashley, where do we find them? Because we cannot come to the auction with you, because we know you got to have certified funds at the auction in the complete amount. Whether the opening, you see $20 million was the opening bid, I would need $20 million in certified funds at the auction. That's just what it is, okay? So a lot of people are like, I'm not there yet, but I'm going to get there, right? So let's jump in at the pre-foreclosure phase, right? Where the homeowner is still the decision maker, right? 3 phases of foreclosure. First phase, notice of default is filed, okay? And then the auction is scheduled. Pre-foreclosure, all the way up until auction, the homeowner is the decision maker. And I think that scares some of y'all, or y'all are unsure about that. Ashley, it's an auction scheduled. Do I talk to the bank? No. Pre-foreclosure, all the way up until the auction, the homeowner is the decision maker. I have saved people from auction, and their house was up for auction in 2 days. People have called me on Monday and they were like, my auction is on Wednesday. And I have saved them from auction and sold their house or helped them sell their house. Okay. So that should tell you, because y'all are like, it says auction. People file bankruptcy the morning of their auction and can stop an auction. Okay. So don't let the term auction discourage you. Okay. You can talk to them all the way up until basically until their auction day. Okay. You know what I mean? So, but it'd be hard to stop an auction unless they're filing bankruptcy like the day of or the day before. It'd be pretty hard to do that. I just have, skills. But for most people, you guys, y'all want pre-foreclosures and potentially auctions, okay? Just find out when that auction date is, if that makes sense to you all. So where do we find pre-foreclosures and auctions, okay? What is a strong sign that the lender would be willing to do a charge off? What's a strong sign? I don't know. Like with the short sale that I had, banks just move so slow depending on what banks you use, right? Like they send an appraiser out at the beginning of the year. Then we got a new contact at the bank. They couldn't even find the first appraisal that went out. So at this point, I'm frustrated. My buyer, we went through like 3 buyers on that property because people just couldn't wait, right? Another thing, if you're in real estate, if you're a real estate agent, I suggest you know what a short sale is. When I listed a short sale, I learned how many agents really have no idea what a short sale is, right? I had agents submitting offers talking about, we need to call the bank so my client can take over the loan. I'm like, that's not a short sale. Some of y'all don't even know what a short sale is, right? One agent was like, how can we avoid this process? My client just wants to pay whatever the guy's loan balance is. Why would you do your client like that? Do you know what a short sale is? That means my client owes more than the house is worth. Why would you tell your buyer to pay off my buyer's loan? Then your buyer gonna be upside down. And it just showed me that most agents have no idea what a short sale is, right? Or what it consists of, which I'm not talking bad on agents, because people, like, it's just not a big thing anymore. In 2008, back then, short sales was a huge thing. We haven't had a lot of people have to do short sales. So I know some agents are just not educated on that topic, right? But it definitely shed a light when I was doing the short sale, how many agents have no idea what it is or what it consists of or what it actually means. So pre-foreclosures, I see comments. So what is the Strong's? I don't know. I think it's the end of the year. I think that helped our case. We had some good, strong offers, right? We communicated a lot. And I think the bank was like, dang, like we have kind of dropped the ball on this situation with them. It is the end of the year. We short sailed because my guy was facing foreclosure. He had an auction scheduled. So it was like, look, I'm trying to give you some money and not, instead of the bank not getting any money, right? So I think each situation is different. You don't know if a bank's going to charge off a loan. I've worked as an REO agent listing for the bank. The bank will negotiate. The bank will negotiate with you for sure. That's why I keep telling y'all, submit offers. Get on these REO sites, submit offers to these banks. You guys, it's the end of the year. They're trying to get these houses moved off their books. Yeah, it's definitely a craft that agents should know. There is if you're a part of NAR, there's a certificate that you can get. It's a short sale. I think it's a short sale foreclosure certificate. Like it's a dual one, and it's with NAR. They don't ever advertise it, but it is a certificate you can get. I went through the program years ago, right? I'm not a part of the board. I'm not a part of NAR. I'm not a part of any of them. I'm like the rebel agent, right? It's a designation. Yeah. I think it's short sale is something. And then it's like a dual one. Like it's short sale and foreclosure or something all together that you can get. But I wanted to take the course because I wanted the paperwork and I wanted to see what they were teaching and all that kind of stuff. So I would advise agents to at least learn about it. You know what I mean? So you don't do your clients a dissatisfaction. Not saying that you need the designation though, but at least learn what it is, you guys. And when I explained it earlier this week, I want everybody to know, because people are like, what's the difference between a short sale and an REO? You do not have to be in foreclosure to do a short sale. That's the part that I did not say, and I didn't want to confuse anybody on that. You can do a short sale, like if you're upside down on your house and you need to sell. Non-MLS. I just, I've been in the game so long, people, you can get the information you need, right? But it's just, I'm try to create my own MLS, right? With distressed properties, honestly. And then, once I've been in the industry 18 years, right? Going on 20 years. So if I need to use the MLS, trust and believe I can use the MLS. You know what I mean? So, and I think agents love to partner with me too, right? Because I'm like, I don't have the MLS, put this on the market for me. You know what I mean? So, I just enjoy the distressed investor off market side so much better. So, yes, I am the rebel, right? But anyway, and that's why I work distressed. I just thought I heard my phone ring. What I'm saying is your house does not have to, in order to short sale, you don't have to be in foreclosure. The two are not, you know what I mean, contingent on the other, right? You can short sale if you are upside down. That's why you short sell. You don't have to do it. And it is people who are in foreclosure and upside down, right? And they can short sell. But if you were you could be current and be upside down and still short sale. I just wanted to distinguish that for you. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I just keep my license, current. I'm online doing my little CE courses, right? Because at this point, I've been in real estate 18 years, you guys. You know how many credits I got? and a broker's license. Y'all know how many continuing education courses? I just, now at this point, I'll tell y'all, when I take continuing education classes, you got to have like 3 hours, 6 hours. I do all of them online, right? Hopefully this don't get me in trouble. I do all of them online. I just turn it on because when you do it online, it starts the timer. It's got to go for 6 hours. So I just start the timer and let it go. And then when it gets down to like the last 45 minutes, I get in, read and test and go through it. It's just what I do. Let the clock wind down so I can get all the hours and then read through test. Most of the time I just go through the test and go on. You know what I mean? I don't have time to sit there for 6. It ain't gonna take me 6 hours to read through the education part. So I'm not sure. I think go to like NAR and see. There was one, like I think you have to be an agent to take it though. Like you don't have to be a part of the board to take it. Like you don't have to be a realtor, but I don't think just somebody without a license can take that course. But I'm sure, you know what I mean? Like I'm sure there's books on short sale and stuff like that. You know what I mean? There's so much information now available to people. You don't have to, go that direction. Just start looking for short sale. I know there's a bunch of videos on YouTube about short sale and stuff like that. I'm working a hard money lender to come up with a program for pre-foreclosure bailout. He suggested we have the investor do an LLC with the owner and do a 25% down payment for a few months. I'm working a hard money lender. I got to read it twice for understanding. To come up with a program for a pre-foreclosure bailout. So this would be for investors who want to bail out pre-foreclosures. He suggested we have the investor do an LLC with the homeowner and do a 25% down payment. So with that, clear the foreclosure. I guess that would bring them current, right? That would bring them current on the foreclosure is what I'm thinking, is what you mean by that. Don't you know this lady called me? And I'm not shading anybody who does this, but she called me, the one who was calling earlier, and she met with an investor. She's in foreclosure. And the investor, because I always hear about all these creative ways investing, they were going to buy her house from her for what she owes on the house and lease the house back to her, right? And then in 2 years, she could buy it at full market price, get financing. And then if she couldn't get financing, she could get a DSCR loan and then try to buy her house back from them like that. So, thank you, girl. Thank you. So, yes. Okay. So, okay. That was just, I try to talk things through in my mind, but okay. Yeah. So there's all kinds of ways. Pre-foreclosures, because I get off subject. Y'all want to know where they are. I'm glad. I love our little discussions that we have, you guys. I love coming on here, actually. Pre-foreclosures. My favorite sites are, so pre-foreclosures, you guys. Look, I have to think through as I talk to y'all. Pre-foreclosures are behind on or pre-foreclosures and technical in my head, right? People who are behind on their mortgage and probably have an auction date scheduled. Where would you find these people? Y'all know my favorite, if you have to find sites, I always say you want that foreclosure attorney or the trustee, right? I always try to share those with you. I know y'all like, actually, we going to class today. We are going to class today. Real quick lesson, you guys. When you go into foreclosure, right? The bank is going to, they're going to call you. You ain't paid your mortgage. You haven't paid your mortgage. Okay, you're not going to pay your mortgage? Okay, guess what? I'm going to give your file, Bank of America says, I'm going to give your file to our foreclosure attorney or our trustee, and then they going to handle you, right? Now you're in our foreclosure department. Bank of America ain't really fooling with you no more, right? So now the foreclosure trustee and the attorneys have your file. and they send you certified mail, and they tell you your auction date is this, and they put their fees on you, foreclosure attorney, foreclosure filings. But now you're dealing with this foreclosure attorney, okay? And a lot of times, the banks will give the foreclosure attorneys their files way before the auction, okay? Way before the auction. And sometimes if we find a good foreclosure attorney or trustee, they will put all, look at that, I got good visuals today. They will put all their foreclosures, their pre-foreclosures on their websites, right? So I try to help y'all find the foreclosure attorneys and the trustees that handle the bank's foreclosures. For the record, I'm contracted through foreclosure attorneys and trustees. That's who I work for, okay? They contract me to do their auctions. Boom, just in case you didn't know. So that was a quick lesson. So what I want you to find are your foreclosure attorneys and your trustees who handle the auctions in your area, okay? And I'm going to show you 2 ways. I showed y'all earlier this week, but if you're new here, I'm going to show you 2 ways to find those people. Everybody with me? I told y'all this is the accelerated class. This is AP. It literally is AP, Ashley Pickens. This is real estate AP, okay? Advanced placement, Ashley Pickens. So follow along, class. The auction in Dallas County is the first Tuesday every month. That's right. Texas and Georgia, first Tuesday of the month is when they have auctions. So 2 places that I would say let's find some. We're going hunting for some foreclosure attorneys and trustees. Clearly, you can tell I have a child, right? We're going hunting for. So let's do, we can always do, I don't mind, let's do Shelby County. This is my city, right? So what I would do, I'm on auction.com. If you are watching the replay, I'm on auction.com, okay? In case you can't see the chat. I would go here. I have Shelby County. You put in your county, wherever you live, Fulton, Bibb, Harris, Miami-Dade, wherever you live. Asset type, I'm going to go to foreclosures, right? These are auctions. REOs are owned by the bank. Foreclosures, these are auctions, still owned by that homeowner, right? So click on that. It's going to filter. And here we go. We got the foreclosure sales, December 12th. I probably need to call all these people, don't I? I need to call them. The point is, I'm going to click on one of them, okay? Heads up, if you're going to the auction, pay attention on this side of the screen. The right side of the screen, it tells you where the auction is. Auction.com usually holds their auctions in a conference room in a hotel. Here in Memphis, they're in the Comfort Inn downtown. I think it's the 3rd floor is the conference room. So if you're going to the auction, just be aware of the location. I'm at the courthouse. I'm not in the conference room of the hotel, okay? So I would scroll down. Foreclosure contact info. Yes. Boom. If you're with, look at their class. If you've ever been on this channel with me, we all know Ruben Lublin, don't we? So I would take Ruben Lublin's, highlight it, and drop it in Google. We all know Ruben has a site, right? Ruben, I auction for Ruben Lublin. Real quick side note, you guys, right there it says request excess proceeds. If you watched any of my videos, at the end of them, I always say, if you are a homeowner behind on your mortgage and your house goes up for auction, don't forget to request your excess funds. And people say, where do you go? How do you get those? The foreclosure attorney or the trustee has those. It says here, so you tell a homeowner, if they're like, where do I get them from? You need to contact that foreclosure attorney or the trustee. Please note our firm policy is to begin the disbursement process for excess proceeds once 30 days have elapsed from the date of the foreclosure sales. So what they will do, if you have any liens, judgments, anything on that property, that will come out of that homeowner's proceeds, their excess proceeds, okay? So they will take all that money out first, and then they will give the homeowner back any money that they are due after the auction. What are excess funds, Ashley? That is when I said The opening bid is the loan balance. If your loan balance is $50,000 and your house gets bid up to $100,000, that homeowner is entitled to that $50,000 difference. That's the excess proceeds. A lot of people don't know that. They think their house goes up for auction and it's gone. If they bid your house up, it could be some money there, especially if you've been in your house a long time and it's a lot of equity in it. Okay. So if you work with people in foreclosure, remind them of that. Boom. Let's keep moving, class, because it's almost lunchtime, isn't it? Except for the people in California, y'all are just waking up and eating breakfast, right? So that was excess proceeds. If we click right here, foreclosure property listings, and then scroll down, they're going to ask you a question if you agree to view properties. And Reuben Lublin does Georgia, Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama. I'm going to go through this a little quickly so we can get to the next part. My point is, again, the bank has given Reuben their foreclosure files, and a lot of times the auction is not scheduled for another month or 2 months, exactly like on this site. Reuben already has his January Georgia auctions posted. Here are January 7th auctions. Hint, hint, wink, wink to everybody looking for pre-foreclosures. You can call these people. Their auction is not scheduled for another month. You can see if they would like to sell their house, if you can help them, whatever it is that you like to do. Here is a whole list of pre-foreclosures. If you keep scrolling, I don't want y'all to get dizzy. Don't get dizzy. Look at all those January auctions, a whole bunch of January auctions. It's only because Georgia only auctions once a month. Here are February auctions. Oh, almost went the page. You have 60 days to reach out to these people, you guys, because their auction isn't even until February. Okay? Boom, whoop, there it is. I will drop the site in the chat. Bookmark it. Reuben updates his auctions every Monday. He updates the site on Monday. If you cannot find your foreclosure trustee from auction.com, I would say go to what's our favorite site, you guys? PropWire. PropWire.com. It is free when it is working, because y'all know sometimes she have a little attitude sometimes. But it is free. It is almost identical to PropStream, but PropStream is $99. Okay. PropWire is free, but it is 10 cents to skip trace. Okay, everybody? So on PropWire, because y'all like, what is PropWire, Ashley? It is another kind of, I ain't gonna say it's an MLS, but it's like a lead. What would you consider PropWire, y'all? Like a lead generation, a lead place for you to find leads in the distressed market. You can put in addresses, city, county, state, zip code, everything. You can filter it by absentee, adjustable, assumable, auctions. Like I said, somebody put in their zip code and they was like, my neighbor is in foreclosure. I'm like, see, you could put in your zip code and see what's going on around you, right? So for an example, we'll do Memphis because this is where I live. Memphis, I put in Memphis, Tennessee. I could filter it by auctions. I can filter it by pre-foreclosures. If you're looking for probates, you can do that. Tired landlords, vacant homes, vacant lots, zombie properties, lead types, property types. You can do single family, multifamily, mobile home, land, commercial, price, bedroom, bathroom, boom. It pulled 41 results for me, okay? And then you can go through the results. This is free. This is PropWire, okay? And then so there's a property. If I scroll down, all the way down, you can see their first mortgage. Disclaimer, do not take this information as gold. Do not take it as gold. Scroll down, land information. But what are we looking for? We're looking for that foreclosure information. Boom. There is the trustee, attorney, Shapiro, and Engel. I hope y'all can see that, and my face is not blocking it. But this is another way. Those are two ways to find the foreclosure attorney or the trustee. PropWire and what did I say? Auction.com. If you know where to find the public notices in your county, it could be in a smaller paper. This is Nashville. Nashville puts their foreclosures, their public notices in the Tennessee Ledger. tnledger.com. You might can Google your county and public, like Shelby County public notices, Fulton County public notices. This is Nashville's. If I click over here on today's date, public notices, there are Nashville's foreclosure notices. These are today's. They just came out today. I'm sorry if anybody's name is on that list, on this list. I do not mean to put all your business out. Mustard Seed Living LLC. It's a lot of investors on this list, isn't it? But here's another, and this is the notices. You could pull notices like this. When you look at the notice, I don't know if my screen opened up. It did not. Because it'll show the foreclosure attorney. Hold on, you guys. I got to share my screen so you can see what I'm looking at. Boom, boom, window. Here we go. Now y'all can see my screen. Here is the foreclosure notice. This is what is filed. I file these a lot of times. You file these with the Shelby County Records and Deed Office to let the world know that these people have an auction scheduled, okay? The attorney name is right there. Brock and Scott. I auction for them too. They're a legit company. Brock and Scott. This is the foreclosure notice. This is in the paper. A lot of times it's in smaller publications. I've never seen it like it wouldn't be like in LA Times or Chicago. It's in these smaller publications, you guys. How do I search? So go on PropWire, put in your city, county, and then I would click on REO properties is what I would do in there. You know what I mean? And I shared some REO sites with you all. So there's Brock and Scott, right? I hope y'all are learning. I know I'm going through this pretty quickly, but y'all got some homework for the weekend. There is, boom, hold on. About to show you my screen. Brock and Scott. That was on the notice. That is the attorney. Practice areas, real estate default. Scroll up. Foreclosure sales. Boom. Brock and Scott handles all of those states. So if you live in any of these states, I would strongly, I'm dropping their site in the chat. If you're watching the replay, it is brockandscott.com. brockandscott.com. There it is. And then you can search wherever you live. I live in Tennessee. I got Shelby. Or you could do Davidson is Nashville. And then it brings up the addresses and their sale date, 12/10. There's a January sale right there, January 9th sales. So that's how you can find pre-foreclosures. And then once you get their information, because I know y'all are sitting there asking yourself, Ashley, after I find this information, then what do I do with it? Right? Because I know y'all are asking yourselves, even though I've told you this a million times, what do you do with the information once you find it? So here's the sales, because this one is not until January 9th, right? I would go back into PropWire, right? I'm in PropWire, and I would take that address, 2124 Sky Glen Trace. I'm going to drop it in PropWire because you can put individual addresses in there. And there it is. It's not even showing pre-foreclosure. Y'all better call them with their high equity. With their high equity. This is not even showing pre-foreclosure. Because remember, their auction isn't for another month. Their notice probably hasn't even come out yet. Brock and Scott has not filed their notice yet. So it is not. So PropWire and all these other places can't pull that it's in pre-foreclosure. So that gives you, hint, hint, wink, wink, a little head start before everybody sees that this house is in pre-foreclosure. So here's the address. You can click right here to owner. James Watson, if you are on here, I apologize. I do not mean to put your information out. You hit skip trace for 10 cents, and it's going to give you James's phone number and email address for 10 cents. And then once you get that, then you do whatever you need to do with it. You can send him a letter like I do. You can, I'm going to do it. You can go put a little door hanger on his door. You can because y'all know I'm about to do it to close out. What am I about to do? You can get on the phone and call James and see what he would like to do, because he's got an auction scheduled for January 9th. But we all know that the method over here is lead with love. No pickles, extra cheese. No, it's my pleasure. Boom. You can send them a letter in a bottle. You can, whatever you want to do. But that's what you would do. You guys, look, I'm hung up in the headphones. But that's what you would do. And you would go through, you could do 3 people, 4 people, 15 people. And then go through, and however you want to reach out to them, call them, contact them, do whatever you need to do. And that's what I would do, you guys. Boom. You got it all in about an hour, where other people would have made you pay $10,000 for me to tell you one website. And I showed you all the websites. All the websites, walked you through them. If you need help, go back and watch the replay, you guys. So, like I said, look, what did I say? A whole bunch of things. Oh, give me a minute. I'm going to bundle up the door hangers. You can craft them, put the information on them. You can get rid of all this if you want to and put call me now if you want to, whatever you want to do. But I just gave you a base to start with. And so what I'll do is I'm going to do the door hangers, the brochures, and then the letter bundles, the pre-foreclosure and probate letter bundles. I'll put them all 4 together, and I'll make some kind of ultimate outreach bundle. You know, I don't be busting y'all's heads. You know that even though people would charge y'all like $200, I'd be like, $22. I remember when I first started, you guys, and I know it's a lot of people don't have the money. Like some of y'all are just getting started, right? You know what I mean? I'm a mama. You know what I mean? Like I get that. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like this is just something I like to do. I don't mind. And I try to share as much as I can with you, and I don't try to bust y'all head for it. So I'll bundle it up. I'll send out an email. Y'all can watch the replay. You guys know I'm on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley on Instagram. If you need to email me, youragentashleigh@gmail.com. And then that's all I got. All my links are down below. Everything's still on sale. The auction accelerator, the blueprint course, you guys, the blueprint course teaches you everything that I do. Letters, every marketing outreach, mentorship videos, because I don't know when we're going to have another mentorship, but I put mentorship videos in it. Use code Friday. Use code Friday. Use code Friday on everything. I make it inexpensive, and then I give y'all a coupon code on top of that. What would Jesus do? I don't know. So anyway, you guys, that's what it is. All links are down below. That's all I got for you. That's all I got, you guys. Y'all know I made a calendar. Shout out to everybody who bought the calendar. I bought a calendar. I made a calendar for real estate, you guys. Let me show y'all. If you got to go back to work, go on, go back to work. If your lunch break is over, go on, go back to work. Don't lose your job watching me, okay? Don't do that. But I'll show y'all real quick. Y'all know Gabby has a little Etsy store, right? Y'all knew that. But let's, hold on. Gabby Doodles. Let me show y'all. Grab your kids a calendar if you want to. This is my daughter's Etsy store. But this is what I made for y'all. Look, smack dab in the middle of all her stuff. I made y'all a real estate calendar so you can kick off 2025. And it's an actual wall calendar, you guys. It's going to come in the mail. It's free shipping, because I'm always doing something free, aren't I? Free shipping, you guys. And each month, it's just because sometimes y'all need some motivation. I need some motivation. So I made it for me, but I'm going to give it to y'all. It's free shipping. And so each month is like a little affirmation. Look. This year is mine for the taking. I wake up every day ready to grind, find deals, and take bold action. Each month, and it's an actual calendar, you guys, so you can write like your appointments, closings, auctions, everything on it. And look, I made up the little affirmations, right? I kind of gave it a little tough love. Cause I'm kind of like, I'm more tough love, right? Like I talk to y'all nicely, but sometimes I need to get in y'all behind about working, So each month it's a different affirmation. And it's an actual calendar that you can hang up. While you're on there, if you want to buy your kids a calendar, if they're in basketball or soccer or something, go ahead. But I'll drop the link in the chat for y'all if y'all want it. But I've got it, and a bunch of y'all have already gotten it. So it's something to take you through 2025. You know what I mean? Oh, who do I think has the best barbecue? I mean, like, you dare not say rendezvous. That is not, tourists always say rendezvous, but no, it's not. Rendezvous is dry rub barbecue. I like my ribs saucy. So I don't know who I like the best. Some people are like Corky's. Let me say this when it comes to barbecue. I think because I live in Memphis, like, I don't crave barbecue, right? I don't crave barbecue because it's everywhere. Everybody always talk about barbecue. So it's rare that I eat barbecue unless my family comes in town, right? I don't know. People say Corky's. Some people like Tops. Some people are like, I don't know, but it's definitely not Rendezvous. Central is okay, but But yes, thank you guys for commenting, and subscribing. I dropped everything in the chat. I get off. Look at me. I just start talking about barbecue. But you guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. And you guys, I will see you in the next. And if you're watching the replay, shout out to y'all watching the replay. I appreciate it. And if y'all watching live, of course, I appreciate y'all watching live. I hope y'all have a good weekend. Govern yourselves accordingly. And I will see you next time. You guys, go back to work. Do some work. Don't get in trouble. Turn the volume down. How many letters do I send a week? You want me to tell you what it depends on? I mail every foreclosure that comes out. Every single notice that is posted, I send them a letter. So sometimes it can be, we can look at, so if I had to estimate, you're welcome, you guys. Thanks for watching. Go back to work. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. At least 20 to 30, probably a week. I've been mailing since 2021. I mail every single week. I have not missed a week. I probably send 20 to 30 letters every single week. 20 to 30. And again, it just depends on how many notices go out. During COVID, they were slowing down. And so, it just depends. The same people per week. No, every notice that comes out. Every notice. Everybody who goes into foreclosure, everybody who gets their notice of sale, everybody who gets that. Hold on. I'm about to show you. If you got to go, everybody go. I'll stay and answer some questions. And then I'm going to eat some lunch. So, like here, this is Nashville's site. So this week, Nashville has today. Here's today. So however many this is, right? Nashville's notices go out every Friday. So I would mail every single one of these people. I don't pick and choose. I mail at such a high level, right? Because I have investors that want houses. I want houses. And even if I don't want it, I can find somebody who wants it. You know what I mean? So I mail everybody. I know some people pick and choose. Do I like this house? Is this a neighborhood that I want? I don't do that. I feel like it's definitely a numbers game when it comes to mailing and marketing, right? I mail everybody. So, and I only mail them once. I mail them once. I'll call them, right? And then there's some other methods that I use to reach out to people. But I mail if you in foreclosure in Shelby County, I know about it. Trust and believe. I know everybody. I tell agents when I see their listings that are in foreclosure, I try to reach out to them and say, your listing that you just put on the market, it's up for auction on Friday. So if you in foreclosure in Shelby County, I know about it. Wouldn't it be easier to mail the same people every week? What do you mean? Like, just send them the same letter over until their auction? Like, just I have like 4, 5 different marketing methods. So when the notice goes out here in Shelby County, their notice hits, and in 30 days they have their auction, right? So I have about 4 weeks to touch base with them, right? So when that notice first comes out, I'm sending a letter that first week. That second week, no, that first, as soon as that notice hits, I'm calling. I'm calling them as soon as that notice hits. And I'm sending a letter. And then there's a couple other methods that I use to reach out to people. So I hit them every single week. So if they're not opening their mail, they might answer their phone. If they're not answering their phone, they might open their mail, or they might, you know what I mean? And that's what a lot of people do, right? That's why I do a variety of different marketing methods, because sometimes they don't answer that phone. And when you skip trace, sometimes the number isn't great when you skip trace. That's the other thing with skip tracing. The number might be bad. So if I can't get them on the phone, they'll get my letter in the mail, right? So I have 4 different, I hit them every single week. Just not the same way. Sorry, you guys, I hit them the same way. So does that make sense what I'm saying? So that's what I do. So I reach out to them every week until their auction, but just not mailing every week. You know what I mean? So, and now your girl is about to incorporate what? Now, is everybody going to get one of these? No, because I'm not driving around everywhere. But I'll figure out how I'm going to do this. But especially ones that I really want, or something like that. You know what I mean? I might have to do a little map to hang. But we'll see. We'll figure it out. But okay. All right, you guys. That is it. If you need me, email me, youragentashley@gmail.com. Instagram, youragentashley. I'll put the bundle out as soon as I package it all up. You know what I mean? And I will send it to you all. So have a great weekend, you guys. Bye, you guys.